Hi everybody, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Yes, it's Kirsten, it's really me, I'm back, finally. Yeah. I'm so sorry I haven't been in a video in like ages now, but I have been at ballet endlessly all day without any breaks, and since Kelsey's been injured, she's the one who's had time to film the videos, and thank you for that. But yes, now I'm finally back.
And we were wondering, do you notice anything differently?
We're clear.
Can you actually see our faces?
How do you like us in HD, baby?
HD.
Yes.
Cha-ching.
Santa was really good to us this year. Let's just say that.
So, thank you, Padre and Madre, because now we have high quality camera. Yay! You can see us now.
It's no longer like fuzzy, bad quality. Yeah,
just
no more
forget
of that
ever happened.
So, yes. Let's move on with the video now.
So, this is our last installment in the audition advice series, and it is going to be finally how to audition. Like, once you get in the audition, what our tips are for that. If you're like driving to the audition, I would actually allow more than just like drive up to the audition site, get in, and then you're ready to audition. Allow maybe even 2 hours. If you can more, it's understandable if you can't. But in the ideal situation, allow yourself lots of time to stand up, walk around, get your blood flowing again, because no matter what, how long your travel time is, especially if it's hours in the car or even a plane, it really affects you in the audition because you have been sitting for so long. So allow yourself lots of time to kind of like be in normal activity, not sitting down for hours.
And if you live very close to where your audition is, you're so lucky. We've always had to drive hours and hours to go to auditions, and it's always worked out best whenever we have plenty of time to rest after we get out of the car, shake our legs, get the blood flowing again. Yeah, so that's the way to go.
And whenever you plan to be at the audition site, be there early, of course. That's kind of obvious, but usually registration before the audition, it's usually 30 minutes to an hour.
Yeah, sometimes it's an hour. Normally it's 30 minutes before, and registration is when you go in up to the table, you give them your check or cash, and they'll give you a number and whatever, and there will be papers to fill out, like age,
all that
training, all that stuff. Like, you just basically tell them in a form about your dance training.
Yes. So allow plenty of time for that. If the registration's like an hour before, we usually get there like 30 minutes, 15 minutes before the registration.
Yeah.
Maybe. And if it's 30 minutes, then we're already planning to be at the audition at least an hour before. Because, I don't know, that's just how we like to do it, be there super early. So, another thing that a lot of people don't think about, but I have always been very conscious of because I have had bad experiences of being stuck number-wise too early, like in the first group or at the very end. Because at auditions, they usually give you a number, and they put you in groups according to when you signed up, like your number. And so I would make sure that you're analyzing the line, like whenever they say, okay, we're open to for you to register, then look at the line and see how many people go up, and if there's like 10 people already in line, then you figure out where you're comfortable. If you like to be in the first group, middle group, if it's a big audition, then you'll have a lot of space in between the first group and the last group. We like to be like middle.
Yeah, somewhere in the middle. I used to think I wanted to be at the end, but it turns out if you're at the end, you end up standing around for a really long time, watching other dancers do it and comparing yourself to them, getting nervous. And that leads into another tip. Don't watch other people so intently. It's okay. Of course you're going to watch people. It's not like you have blinders on your eyes like I can't see anyone. But don't really stare at people. If there's someone like really amazing in your audition who might have more experience than you, yeah, of course you're going to watch them, but don't like compare yourself to anyone, because it usually just makes you feel really bad, and then there goes the self-confidence and all that.
And then it just goes downhill from there. Trust me, I know.
Yeah. So just think about yourself. And after you register, or sometimes before it's time to warm up. I usually start warming up before I get my number just because, like I said, I like to wait a little bit in the line just so I get a number somewhere in the middle. And I won't just stretch. I'll do like some crunches, maybe a few exercises, and then I'll start stretching, and basically I just do like stretch every part of my body, make sure I'm nice and loose, ready to go, and as prepared as I could possibly be for the audition. And sometimes it's even good to do like some warm-up bar exercises, like what do you call it, prances, or I don't know, and maybe just a few tendus just to get your feet warmed up and stuff like that.
Yeesh. So then get out your pointe shoes if you don't already have them on. Like if you're required to do the whole audition on pointe, obviously you should have them on before you go into the studio. But if you're in an audition or an age group where you only do it at the end, then have them ready, all bundled together with the toe pads inside, so it makes like a cute little small package, and it's like ready to go right next to you, so it is fast, easy, and accessible.
Okay, this is gonna sound corny, like blah blah blah, I already know this, but you need to have fun and relax. You don't want to look all like tense and nervous, and like you want to look confident and like self-assured and happy to be there and stuff like that, because it helps so much to look confident, because it shows that you're confident in yourself, they will be more confident in you and your abilities.
Definitely.
So that is a huge plus if you could just look confident.
Not arrogant and not like fake confidence, just, you know, find where you need to be.
It always look pleasant. You don't get the worried face. Yeah. Don't do the eyebrows, okay? That is major no.
Yeah, and then you don't have to be like,
I'm just so not being myself right now.
Yeah, just be like natural and but have artistry and, like we said, confidence and all that stuff. Definitely don't be afraid to perform, but not like cheesy performing or too big and out there like you would for stage or something. But, you know, I think you'll see and know what's right, but definitely perform, show artistry. Whenever you're in the audition, make sure that you always know exactly where your number spot is and where it's supposed to be. So whenever it's time for your group to go, there's no fumbling or confusion. Make sure that you know where you're supposed to go so you could focus on that. You're there and you could do the exercise now, not like, oh, where am I supposed to be? And it really throws you off.
Because usually the teacher of the audition will specify, like, okay, I want odd numbers in front, even in back, or something like that. So you'll be staggered. Make sure and pay attention, because it's not just like you're being judged on how you pick up the steps. It's how you pay attention to your surroundings, your spacing. That is also a big deal. Don't like run over someone else. Don't have crazy spacing whenever you're doing traveling steps, because it ends up looking bad if you run into somebody. Or you're not traveling enough, or you're traveling too much. It just looks kind of funky. So just, you know, stay with the group, but stand out at the same time with how you're doing the step.
This is all very complicated, but I hope you know what we mean in general. So hopefully you have survived the audition at this point. You had a good time, you relaxed. So after the audition, of course, you usually go up, and if there's an accompanist, like a pianist or something, you go and you say thank you to them after the class, and you go to the desk, which they're usually at a desk, you know, like the auditioner,
a table. Yeah, there'll be the teacher who's standing up, showing the steps and watching, and then there's sometimes a panel of like 1 to 3 people watching, writing things down, and usually they're the ones who like decide who gets accepted or not. So make sure and thank them.
Yeah, you go up. Sometimes you have to return your number there. And so say thank you assertively, confidently, kindly.
Big eye contact.
Make eye contact, like, yeah, that's right. You're going to accept me. Not in a rude or
like
weird way. Like, I'm so cheesy. Thank you so much right now. Like, don't be like that. But just like, you know.
Look confident and
be assertive.
Yeah, I guess.
So I think that is all for our audition tips, and that was the last video of our audition advice series. So it's been fun, and thank you for watching it as always. Please subscribe and bye.
Bye.